Pinhead is an icon, a horror cult legend, as much in the same way as Freddy and Jason. Now, in the movie universe, Pinhead has died, yes. He did so in Hellraiser Bloodlines, or we're at least led to believe that he died. But how does the creator of Pinhead, or at least the Hell Priest, and also the creator of Hellraiser, how does he bring a resolution to his character? And a much loved character at that. Is it satisfying? Will Pinhead fans or Hellraiser fans enjoy his demise? And that's what this video is going to be about. It is an exploration of the Scarlet Gospels to explain exactly how Clive Barker killed his beloved character, or maligned character, of Pinhead, the Hell Priest in the Scarlet Gospels. So we will be discussing the Scarlet Gospels as a book. We'll be going into some spoilers. So if you don't want to know what happens in the Scarlet Gospels, then please do not watch this video, as there will be spoilers for the book ahead. Now, that being said, guys, if you are new here, please do hit subscribe. Please do give this video a like and a share. But that out of the way and your spoiler warning, let's dive right into it. Now, it's really important to note with respect to the Scarlet Gospels is that it is nothing like the Hellraiser movies. In fact, Clive Barker does his best to remove himself from that world, in fact. It's commonly known by most people that Clive Barker does not enjoy or like the Hellraiser franchise that it has become. Now, this is not a discussion on whether that is good or bad. We're not here to talk about that, but it's really important to note just prior to getting into the nitty-gritty of this video is that, yes, Clive Barker did show some distinct resentment for the universe. Now, in terms of Pinhead, or the lead Cenobite, as he is supposed to be called as per Clive Barker, Pinhead is noted to be just called the Hell Priest in the Scarlet Gospels. Now, in terms of Hell and the differentiation between Hell and Hellraiser, there is no Leviathan in this book. There is no Lord of the Labyrinth, and indeed, actually, the Labyrinth is not there. It is not the same place. Hell is quite literally the Christian hell that we know. So Clive Barker made a very, very concerted effort to completely change everything. Now, again, whether that's good or bad, that is up to you. We're not really going to get into that specifically, but the most notable parts, again, is Pinhead is not called Pinhead. In fact, if anyone refers to him even close as Pinhead in this book, they get eviscerated, they get destroyed. Clive Barker just calls him one single name, and yes, it is quite a good one, the Hell Priest. Now, this is, in this book anyway, it's the position of authority that Pinhead holds within Hell. Now, we will get into that in a second, because I do find that that is interesting. It's an interesting concept to unfold and discuss. Now, Pinhead, or the Hell Priest in the Scarlet Gospels, is trying to accrue power. During the entirety of the Scarlet Gospels, he is running around obtaining magical knowledge, magical items on Earth and in Hell, and then taking that knowledge, taking those elements to Hell to destroy his enemies, anyone who could rise up against him, because Pinhead is trying to essentially create a coup. He is looking to gain total control over the Christian version of Hell in the Scarlet Gospels. Now, as he is on this journey and as he is running around obtaining all of these items, Pinhead goes to find Lucifer. Yes, the very real Lucifer. Now, it's interesting because in the Scarlet Gospels, Lucifer is said to have essentially abandoned Hell, or at least he's not watching over it per se anymore. He has disappeared from Hell's throne. So yes, Pinhead is able to find Lucifer. He finds him in the deepest, innermost region of Hell, and he's dead. He's committed suicide. Now, I want to dive into that for 1 second as to why, because again, we're talking about these religious connotations with respect to Hellraiser. So in the Scarlet Gospels, Lucifer is the devil. He is considered to be a fallen archangel, and Lucifer was exiled from heaven after inciting the rebellion against God. Now, when he was defeated, he was cast into an abyss. He would then construct hell, and it would be his version of paradise to remind him of the grace of God. Now, over the years, he would be unable to cope with the loss of God's presence and love. And then Lucifer would disappear, retreat into the tiniest, innermost cathedral of hell, and then commit suicide. Now, in the Scarlet Gospels, his physical body is dead, yes, but he's retaining his armor, he's still there, and in that armor, there is still power and essence. So if we're taking a look at the high religious tones in this story, they are far removed from the Hellraiser movies. It's a massive differentiation, and in fact, it's actually a completely different universe. Now, obviously, because Pinhead finds Lucifer, he finds the devil, dead, bones even, he decides to put on Lucifer's armor. Now, he does this because he is now Hell's boss. He is the new ruler of the domain. And then he continues on his merry mission. He goes around and destroys Hell's loyal soldiers, so those loyal to Lucifer, the region, the realm. And then he decides to declare himself the overlord of the Dark Dominion. Now, as I said in my brief breakdown of Lucifer himself, the armor still retains an essence, a little bit of Lucifer within the plates. And that usage by Pinhead of the armor resurrects Lucifer. Now, Lucifer is not happy about being reborn, and he decides to do battle with Pinhead. Now, Lucifer, enraged with Pinhead waking him from his endless limbo-like slumber that he imposed upon himself, he chooses to do battle with Pinhead. Now, we can see this as a state that Lucifer wanted to be in. He is absolutely enraged with the fact that he must now either forfeit his life once more or become depressed and have that lack of touch from God once more. And this is obviously what sends him over the edge to destroy Pinhead, to run around and absolutely decimate his own minion. Now, from here, obviously Lucifer being, well, Satan, Lucifer, he disembowels Pinhead. He eviscerates the Hell Priest, destroys him, wipes him off the face of the planet, or at least the face of the satanic Hellfire realm. And he's not stopped there. Oh no, because he's been awoken from his endless slumber, he then takes his rage to Earth. He crosses, assuming, anyway, it's still the dimension that we've had in Hellraiser. He crosses the dimension into Earth and chooses to lay waste to New York. And that's essentially where we end. Now, what can we learn from this story? Well, in doing so, in kind of following up the Hellbound Heart, what Clive Barker has done here is essentially destroy everything that the Hellraiser universe had established. In fact, so much so that he's essentially destroyed the planet Earth in this story moving forwards. He's destroyed all the Cenobites because we've had Pinhead, the Hell Priest. He had already went around and destroyed most of the Cenobites and the Cenobite Order and the dark minions of Hell. We've introduced Satan. Satan has then obviously gone off and destroyed one of the remaining Cenobites, and then progressed moving forwards to destroy Earth. Now, obviously, that is the story of how Pinhead dies, but I also think it's the story of how Clive Barker has essentially drawn a conclusion to the Hellraiser universe. It's how he has resolved that sort of panging agony that he felt. If we're looking at the story as a review and a representation of the author, it's potentially that Clive Barker was projecting all of his thoughts on Hellraiser, the series, how Hollywood has treated him, into this story. and I think it's a good representation of that. Now, whether you like it or you dislike it, again, it's kind of besides the point of this video. I thought I would just break down and discuss how Pinhead actually gets killed, how he does die in the Hellraiser universe. But that being said, please do let me know your thoughts down below. I'm going to be working hard soon to bring back a few more Hellraiser videos here, there, and everywhere. Just pepper them in. And a few other explained videos. So if you want to see some more explained videos and lore stuff, some more faceless entity, i.e. my original style of videos, I guess, please do let me know your suggestions down below in the comment section. But like I said, please do give this video a like and a share. Thank you so much. Take care.